Hi, it's Andy with Mountain Computers. I'm just getting back to second or third video for today. It's Friday, February 8th, and we were out in the front of my office and we were talking about network cables. I had those tubs and bends out, and I had some power adapters and stuff like that, and I want to explain to you power adapters because it's very important. Most people don't understand what they are and how they work. But anyhow, I've got a power adapter here. It's a standard 12 volt power adapter, and on it, you can take a look here. It's got a simple power connector, and on it, it shows you your input voltage and it shows you your output voltage. The output voltage here says 12 volts and 1.25 amps. The reason why I'm going to explain to you why it's so important to have the correct tip and voltage is because people with lots of laptops or various printers or external hard drives, they'll have different power adapters. And this AC adapter goes from AC from the wall to DC to the electronic component. So what happens is they don't understand the voltage is the most important, that you have to match up when you mix and match AC adapters for different devices. For example, this adapter here might go in a router, or it might go in an external hard drive, or it might go into a speaker, external speakers. However, the tips will be different, 5 millimeters, 7 millimeter, 9 millimeter, what have you, and different length. So when you plug it in, some of the newer, thinner Razer laptops, they have a really short neck. Some of the other ones have longer ones, like the HP. They're really thin and small, easy to break off. I don't know who came up with those. Then you have the Lenovo adapters, which are sort of square and yellow. Those are even more interesting. But the most important thing when it comes to the adapter is to be able to read the voltage and look at the current. I can't tell you enough how many times I've seen people blow up their laptop or something, even their monitor, by putting the wrong voltage. I mean, you can be off by a half volt. So if your laptop is, say for instance, a Dell, 19.5 volt, 3.34 amps or 4.62 amps, you can be off by a half volt, 19 volts, 19.5. You can. The engineers at those companies have told me it's okay, you're allowed a little wiggle room. But it's the current on the backside that makes also the difference, and that depends on how much wattage is getting to the device. Like a laptop, if it's a low wattage device like 45 watts, your current, your amps will be down, but the voltage will be right where it needs to be, 19. Some HPs are 18.5. Some Lenovo's I think are 20 volts. I've seen some really high-end laptops that are like 6 amps and still 19 volts, which makes it a really high wattage laptop. I have seen some laptops that even though you match the voltage, it won't come on unless it's perfectly made type of adapter. It's sort of strange, but nonetheless, I'm here to talk about these AC to DC adapters and just explain to you. It seems complicated, but for some reason people get it wrong, and they come crying to me and they say, it's not working. And then when I try the real adapter that works with it, it doesn't come on because they've already blown the circuit board that's inside. But like I said, it's always good to have a couple 12 volt adapters with the right tip hanging around, just in case. This is an external hard drive, this right here. This is one of my oldest external hard drives. It's a Maxtor. I took it apart, took the old small hard drive out of it, put in a normal, larger bulk 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte hard drive. And on the back, it's got a power switch, and you can see it's got the AC DC adapter. And on the back, it's got your normal USB barn door cable and connector. You got your power, standard looking tip, power on off. So, like I said, you know, it's a little clumsy and bulky, but it works. The new hard drives don't have external power, which is fine. They're usually low voltage, low wattage anyhow. This is a Seagate. That was a Maxtor. This is a Seagate. Again, on this one here, 12 volts, 2 amps. So as you can see, USB cable. Actually, no, this is a normal, like a camera USB that plugs in. And then your normal 12 volt power adapter. Just plug it in, turn it on. Some of these external hard drives, when you plug them in, give it power, and if you don't plug it into the computer, it won't wake up. Now in this case, you'll look at this data connector. This is strange. This is probably not the one that went with this drive, but there's two. There's a data and a power on the USB, so you need two USB ports on your computer to use this cable. It's not necessarily meant for this hard drive. I bet you money, because this is probably for a different type of drive, but who knows? You just have to look at the specs. Let's see here. Back to this DC adapter. 12 volts. The amperage. Let's talk about the amperage for a second. If you ever put your hand on one of these things and it's hot and it's the right volts and amps and it's right, it matches up, it may be starting to go bad. You can hear them start to like squeak or bark, and you can put your ear up to it and go, that doesn't sound right. One thing you got to make sure of is you can always have more current with the right voltage, because the device it's plugged into will only draw what it needs. Some electronics are more sensitive than others, so that might not hold true. As far as the cable length goes, that really doesn't matter. I've had people bring in their cables and the cats or dogs have chewed through them. Not a good idea to try to splice into them unless you know what you're doing, and try and repair them. These are like $10-12 on Amazon or eBay. Some are higher. But as far as getting them, batteries plus, maybe. But when it comes down to just matching up your power to your electronic device, make sure the voltage is right. I can't stress that enough. And the tip is right. Sometimes the tip might be too short. Sometimes you might have to look into the connector and see that the plastic inside is not busted, bent, or got something gummy in it. That's weird. What else? If somebody was asking me a question. I think that's about it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as far as adapters go, let me tell you a little secret about laptop batteries. Batteries Plus, in the old days, not so good. They gave you a Rayovac battery. And the war stories that I heard, the people crying, is they put the battery in, 3 to 4 months later their laptop was dead. It's not Battery Plus's fault. It's just what happened. I don't know why. Maybe it's Rayovac. Maybe it's Batteries Plus. I don't know. Maybe it's the laptop. Maybe it was on its last leg. But I can tell you one thing. BatDepot.com, Battery Depot, that could be a good sponsor. Hey, for us. We order our batteries and we point our customers to Battery Depot, BATTDEPOT.com. And as far as when it comes to universal adapters for laptops, it used to be Targus or iGo. iGo used to be based here in Reno and Sparks, and then they moved back to New Jersey because that's where all the customers were. I learned that from the actual customer service people from iGo. I love the iGo universal adapters that I have. Targus is okay, a little expensive just for the name. But other than that though, do me a favor. Do me one big favor. If you have a laptop, and it's rather new, and you lose your adapter, make sure you order the right one. And it's always good to get the part number off the back of the AC/DC transformer. Get the part number, Google it, and see what the price is, and order an extra one. Leave one at home. Take one with you. I've had people all the time just tell me, I just need one for a day. I'm in town. Can I borrow it? And I'm like, sure, you can borrow it. Just bring it back. I'm not going to charge you for it. That's just being a good customer, service kind of guy. I've had people borrow routers from me for one day for a job down at a casino, just because they needed some PoE ports to work and they weren't sure where they were going to get a 12 to 24 port PoE network adapter. Okay, so now I'm totally off subject. Let's get back on subject. It's Friday. Thank you, Lord, for a good day. thank you, customers and clients who are going to share this video. Enjoy my sense of humor. Enjoy the information. Enjoy the facts that are in it. Some of it's opinion, some of it's experience, but don't sue me for that. That's one thing you can't do. It's based on experience. There's disclaimers and there's liabilities, but the most important thing is to ask questions and be careful, because power is finicky. A lightning storm, surges, brownouts, your hard drives, external hard drives, they're all susceptible to damage from either being dropped or getting the wrong voltage or being unplugged wrong or plugged in too fast, lots of things. So other than that, though, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me, and look for my next video. More to come. Thanks. Bye-bye.